So let's ignore the fact that I don't have makeup on my face right now because I'm gonna go into the hot tub after this. Anyway, I want to start a new series on my channel where I do like a monthly recap of ridiculous things that I've seen on TikTok, whether it's trends or people just straight up being foolish or things that I just find to be questionable. I thought it'd be fun to wrap up the end of every month with this. So I wanted to do this one for March, so I got a couple of videos to share that we can make fun of and react to. I actually reacted to this on my TikTok, and I wanted to do it here because when I saw this video, and just so we're clear, this video was actually posted in January, but I didn't discover it until this month. I am Jewish. I'm both ethnically and religiously Jewish, and I called this girl out who claims that she is a Messianic Jew, aka a Messianic. So, let's watch her video.
A lot of people are confused why I introduced myself as a Messianic Jew rather than a Christian. I just want to clear the air, first of all. Start by defining what a Christian is. A Christian is a follower of Christ. Therefore, I am a Christian technically, but I do not practice Christianity. I am a Jewish person, a Jewish believer, and nothing will take away my status as a Jew.
I'm almost convinced that she's not even ethnically Jewish. I have actually tried to comment in this girl section being like, hey, do you have a Jewish mother? Or do you have a Jewish dad where you converted over? Because in order to be ethnically Jewish, one of your parents or your grandmother has to be Jewish, where you could technically be Jewish by your grandmother, or if your dad had the Jewish grandmother, meaning your dad is Jewish, and then you convert over, that is like the only way that you can be Jewish. It doesn't go back generations and generations. That is the only way that you can be ethnically Jewish. So she has ignored me every time when I ask, like, hey, was your mom actually born Jewish? Because it is matrilineal. And the only way to be patrilineal Jewish and actually be religiously and ethnically Jewish is if you convert really early on when you're little. But in terms of religion, no, you cannot be religiously Jewish if you claim that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. It doesn't work like that. Messianic Judaism is not a real sect of religious Judaism. I would know because I am actually religiously Jewish. And she's like, nothing will ever take away from me being Jewish. Actually, I can tell you what you can and cannot believe in, because you're not actually a religious Jew. You are a fraud. You are a Christian. And again, the fact that she just chooses to constantly ignore me about whether she's ethnically Jewish or not, because sure, you could be ethnically Jewish and still follow Jesus Christ, but you can't say that you're religiously Jewish. They're two different things. And so people will confuse ethnicity with religion because Judaism is an ethno-religion. You can never ever be religiously Jewish if you follow Jesus. So this girl honestly is ignorant. I think a lot of Messianics are ignorant, and I will say most of them are actually never even ethnically Jewish. If you want to be Jewish so badly, go through the conversion process. I'm sure it must be really difficult that, yes, you probably will have to drop the whole Jesus thing. You'll probably have to no longer follow Jesus. I can imagine how hard that's got to be for some people. But you will never be a real religious Jew if you follow Jesus Christ. Ethnically Jewish, different. But if you are going to actually practice the religion, no, you're not a Jew at that point. Next, I just recently saw this video and it's ridiculous, so let's go. This original video did get deleted, so I had to find like a repost of someone who saved it. And I really just went into focus just pretty much right on that video. Notice how that woman is in front of like all the groomsmen and she's just like opening up her dress to reveal her undies. And I'm thinking, girlfriend, this screams nothing but a pick me. I don't even find how this is even remotely appropriate to do on your wedding day while you're with your husband and all of his friends, for you to just flash yourself down there. It's giving attention seeking. It's giving pick me. There's nothing appropriate about it. I don't understand why people go to lengths to just think that posting stuff like this on the internet is okay, especially right as you get married. What is wrong with people? What do you mean when the dress was meant to be? For it to be revealing so you can show off to the boys how hot and sexy you are down there? no, that's not appropriate. So she got a lot of crap for that video. She did delete it, as she should have. I mean, it should have never made its way on the internet in the first place, but there's nothing funny about that. Here's another video of a woman being a class act pick-me. You must be so proud. I hate it when women who are not girls do shit like this. They'll say like, I'm totally the one that you're thinking about. Meanwhile, your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance is as dull as dry paint on a wall, and I will always have more personality than she ever will. I don't think that's very nice. Now, I will say once upon a time, yes, I was a pick-me girl. I had some jealousy issues. And there was this guy that I was really into, and I thought his girlfriend was kind of boring. But I grew up, and I no longer think like that, right? I don't know how old this woman is, but I can tell you, coming from someone who used to think this way, there's nothing okay about this. And this will just make you look like an ugly person inside and out. And that was something that I had to like learn for myself, and I'm glad I learned that immediately, and I grew up, and I'm 33 now, and I would never ever remotely do something like this ever again. I don't find being a feral rat to be kind of like an attractive quality, in my opinion. Unless if you want a feral rat boyfriend, then, you know, by all means do you, honey. But you can still be a fun person and still be attractive without claiming yourself as like a feral rat. I highly doubt these men are thinking of you while they're sleeping next to their basic vanilla girlfriends. They're probably thinking more about their basic vanilla girlfriends or wives more than they're thinking about you. And if they are thinking about you, they're thinking about what a fool you are and that they're glad that they didn't settle for someone like you. Whoop. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this video, I just thought it was really funny. It was just really funny and really cringy. But, you know, I gotta respect the vision, so let's just watch it together. Rosie, go! You're okay, baby. Oh man, if my husband ever did that at my wedding, I may actually kill him. I can appreciate a woman for trying to woo and serenade her husband to be, but something about this was so cringy. But I will say I am laughing at it. I do think it's funny, and you know, she was actually a very good sport to a bunch of the reaction videos, and she thought that the reaction videos were really funny. So I can appreciate that she knows how to take a joke, that she knows that this was a little bit ridiculous, but at least she was just so unapologetic about it, so that's where I gotta give credit where credit is due. So that one actually made me smile and laugh. Let's go to the next one. Remember last week when I talked about like prank culture and how random influencers will just kind of decide for random strangers to just all of a sudden be in their viral moment, and a lot of people don't ask to ever be in that. So this is a video that kind of goes back to that concept, but this wasn't a prank, but I thought this woman's reaction was just great.
How much did you pay for your first house?
Who the hell are you? And why are you being so intrusive? That's a rude question. It's none of your business. I don't know you.
I'm just asking like a simple question.
Nope, none of your business. You're a stranger. Nope. Go away.
Nope, none of your business. You're a stranger. Go away. I wish more people could do that to those random interview influencers on the street, because that was great. Mad props to that lady. That was fantastic. This is very recent, and we're just gonna laugh at this ridiculousness together.
Exactly. So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000. Thank you.
May that life never find me. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with getting up early in the morning to be fit, you know, to do some exercise, do a little bit of self-care, have a good breakfast. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the fact that this man started his day so early, like he had a whole day before his day even started. And I'm not buying it. There's no way that this is real. It's also clear that this video was a sponsored ad for whatever type of water bottle brand that was being sold in this video, because he literally brought it everywhere in every clip that you saw in the video. And can we also talk about the fact that he jumps in the pool at 7:36 in the morning, and by the time he touches the water, all of a sudden it's 7:40. How did we get there? How did we go from 4 minutes within 2 seconds of him jumping in the pool? What? You know, mad props for him. I mean, clearly he's got a good body. It's obviously he's very fit, but I call bullshit. There's no way that this is his lifestyle. I refuse to believe it. When I was on contest prep and I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to sometimes work out before I had to go to work because I was on two-a-days, that lifestyle was horrible. I was so tired and so pooped by the end of my day. Literally, it was workout, go to work out again, go home, take a shower, go to bed. The most boring fucking day ever. I hated everything about it. Because literally, nighttime workouts was my time to myself, and that was just not fun. I mean, obviously working out is good for you, but I just see a bunch of crazy influencer morning and fitness and health and wellness routines all over the internet, and they're all so stupid. Don't even get me started on the morning shed stuff, because those videos are absolutely insane, and I just refuse to believe that people actually go to bed like that. So I refuse to believe that this is his daily routine every single morning. There's no way. I believe that he probably works out at a certain time of the day, and I'm sure he eats well. I mean, if you saw his body, it looks great, but these are ridiculous. And it makes other people feel like that they have to do this in order to be fit and healthy, when you do not need to wake up at 3 in the morning and have this crazy routine just to look like him. Because I can guarantee you he's not even doing that himself. Okay, here's the last video.
I have a feeling that the girlies who wash their hair only once a week are also only showering once a week. And here's why I have this theory. When I was in high school and I was trying to grow my hair out and I only washed my hair once a week, I skipped out on a lot of showers. And I definitely shouldn't have, because I was playing sports. Obviously with so many lotions.
First of all, don't project that onto me. Yes, hi, I'm a girly who washes her hair once a week. But that doesn't mean I shower once a week, okay? You want to know how the girlies who shower daily, who don't wash their hair once a week, they're either putting their hair up so water doesn't touch their hair, or they wear something called a shower cap. Ooh, what a concept! I wear shower caps in the shower all the time. I don't want my hair to get wet every time I take a shower. It doesn't need to get wet. I just simply put up in a shower cap. I wash my body, whether after it's working out or a long day or whatever, you know, I have to do shower things. But if my hair doesn't need to get washed, up in a shower cap it goes. Do people forget that that exists? I'm really confused, but let's keep watching.
And perfumes and stuff and deodorant, you're not really getting that smelly. And at least to me, when my hair feels dirty, I feel dirty no matter what. So I could go take a shower, but it doesn't make me feel any cleaner if my hair is still unwashed. You're not allowed to give me heat for that, because it was literally...
And that's perfectly fine. But again, you don't need to project that onto other people. Also, as a licensed hairstylist, you really shouldn't be washing your hair every single day. Even if you have oily hair, it strips the natural oils out of your hair. If you are dealing with a lot of greasy hair problems, I really recommend that you look into a really good dry shampoo. Maybe consider washing your hair every other day and using the dry shampoo in between days where you don't wash your hair. I understand that, like, if your hair feels dirty, that you feel dirty, but you're really only damaging your hair in the long run when you do stuff like that.
Nearly over 10 years ago at this point. That is a different version of me. In fact, I shower every single day now, and I wash my hair every single day because I cannot stand that feeling of just like clogged up scalp and like sweat. But I'm definitely an observer, and let's just say I'm pretty confident that not everybody is showering if they're not washing their hair because there's less motivation to do so. People are less hygienic than you think. But like I always say,
Again, that's not true. Also, just by looking at her hair in a ponytail, her hair does look kind of greasy, and I think that is because she washes her hair every single day. That's just my opinion and how I'm seeing her hair.
I do not judge. I am totally just curious, and I think it's important to be sharing information like this so that maybe people who don't know why they should be showering more may find out that they should be. Keep in mind that not everybody is raised the same as you. We also all have different genetics. And I also think that those who have anonymous accounts are way more likely to tell the truth than those of you with your face in your profile pic. Always asking questions like this to get the consensus from everybody. So if you're interested, follow.
I don't agree with her. You can still wash your hair once a week, not get it wet, and still take a shower. I just feel like this theory doesn't make any sense. But that's just me. So those were some of the ridiculous things that I saw on TikTok for this month. I'm curious to know what were some crazy things that you saw this month that made you scratch your head, fill you up with rage. I would love to know in the comments down below. If you liked this video and even this series, do make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!